Polymers are made up of many molecules strung together to form long chains and more complicated structures. Synthetic polymers are an integral part of the modern way of society. They make your life easier and more convenient in hundreds of different ways, but that doesn't necessarily mean synthetic polymers are free from any disadvantages. The raw materials used to produce them are not limitless, and the way you dispose of them can lead to environmental problems. High-impact polystyrene, also known as HIPS, is an essential material that is used in many household plastics. It is used in food packaging, shelves, toys, appliance components, and many more diverse applications. To meet the needs of a population that has grown increasingly dependent upon consumer goods, the need for effective packaging material is both continuous and expanding. Among the many synthetic materials that have been since developed to take their place, high-impact polystyrene is one that has played an especially useful role and has many applications in addition to its relatively limited use of a packaging material. In its general form, this plastic consists of a long chain molecule formed by the polymerization of styrene, and as such, it is both sufficiently hard and inexpensive to be widely used in different diverse items. HIPS is synthesized through free radical polymerization. Polybutadiene and polybutadiene styrene graphed copolymer are used as impact modifiers in polystyrene and styrene monomer. Polybutadiene is toxic when exposed in high concentrations. Furthermore, related to the bonding of HIPS, styrene is obtained by reacting ethylene with benzene in the presence of aluminum chloride to yield ethylbenzene. The benzene group in this compound is then dehydrogenated to yield phenylethylene, or styrene, a clear liquid hydrocarbon with the chemical structure CH2 double bonded to CH(C6H5). Despite its many advantages, the polymer has its critics who are quick to point out that the styrene polymers are not biodegradable and can persist in landfills for hundreds of years. It could cause poisoning of lakes or oceans, which can decrease the population of fish in the ocean. For example, ocean life can ingest pieces of the plastic and have it block their digestive tracts, which can lead to the death of the animal or possibly extinction of the species, as it can alter the food chain in both the ocean and on land. At this point in the time, there is not a lot of recycling programs accepting HIPS, but as it becomes more popular in the market, more recycling programs will become more available. The Polystyrene Association is a body made up of producers, end users, and recyclers that have undertaken to promote recycling of used polystyrene in various forms. Moreover, 1,3-butadiene is a polymer that is used in the synthesis of HIPS. 1,3-butadiene is significant because it has been proven in laboratory tests that it is carcinogenic and toxic to humans. Despite the possible dangers of high-impact polystyrene, the advantages should be weighed more heavily because HIPS has a variety of uses in different industries. Therefore, this factory will bring in jobs for the city and bring in a lot of money. In today's society, plastic pollution is a growing problem. In your own thoughts, what are some short-term or long-term effects on plastic pollution in our environment?
Yeah, if you get plastic in the ocean and then the fish eat the plastic, then they die off. It creates a big problem for the rest of the food chain because the next prey on top of that fish would then soon die off, and then that ruins the whole food chain with many animals becoming extinct. So yes, it's a massive problem.
Do you use any of the following in your home? Food packaging such as Tupperware and cups, shelves, kiosks, toys, computer casings, and/or any form of packaging?
Yeah, we use all of them.
Do you think building a high-impact polystyrene factory in the city of Villi Novi will be beneficial or dangerous?
It will be beneficial because high-impact polystyrene is a plastic used in many diverse aspects. Therefore, from an entrepreneurial point of view, it will bring a lot of money for the city, and the toxin that is released during the process only occurs in certain conditions. So yes, it is preventable.
In today's society, plastic pollution is a growing problem. In your thoughts, what are some long-term problems that can arise from plastic pollution?
In my opinion, some of the long-term implications to using so much plastic and polluting the environment is loss of habitat of certain species of flora or fauna, loss of natural beaches, eventually disappearance of certain species of animals or plants. One that comes to mind immediately would be the barrier reef, and how that shrinks as a result of changes in the chemistry of the waters of the ocean as a result of plastic use.
Do you use any of the following in your home? Food packaging such as Tupperware and cups, shelves, kiosks, toys, computer casings, and/or any other form of packaging.
Yes, we do. Inevitably, everybody uses those. It's an intrinsic part of our society and our way of life. But I'm always very conscientious and I try my hardest to recycle those.
Do you think having a high-impact polystyrene factory in the city of Villi Novi will be beneficial or dangerous?
I believe that it would be extremely dangerous because it will all the sub-products or byproducts of that plastic would be killing our environment and polluting our rivers and waterbeds and our soil.
The leading competitor, nylon, is a synthetic man-made fiber derived from petrochemicals, a thermoplastic, which is used extensively throughout the fashion industry. The production of nylon results in the release of nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas that has significant contribution to global warming. Nylon is not biodegradable and will persist in the environment indefinitely. The two of the largest sources of microplastic pollution in the ocean are nylon fishing nets and synthetic textile fibers that wear off during washing. This means that the impact of nylon on the aquatic environment is significant. Therefore, building a nylon factory in Villi Novi rather than a high-impact polystyrene factory will mean that our city will be highly polluted. To conclude, opening a HIPS factory in the city of Villi Novi can be dangerous because it can lead to the pollution of Villi Novi if the waste products are not disposed properly, which can interfere with the food chain, affecting ocean and wildlife. Furthermore, HIPS contains 1,2-butadiene, which is a toxin released during the process of making HIPS. This toxin is carcinogenic and could harm humans. However, building a high-impact polystyrene factory will most definitely be beneficial because it will give the economy a boost. This is because HIPS is used in many different forms which can boost the economy. Overall, building a high-impact polystyrene factory in the city of Villi Novi will help the city grow.